I was a real terrible student, all through high school for sure. And even in the college courses that I took a couple of years after high school, I didn't take many, but I did take some, and some of them were business courses. And business courses, that's what floats my boat. That's what I'm passionate about. I actually have owned 14 businesses since that date, so business is what turns me on. So I assumed taking business courses would make me a better student, because I actually studied, I was prepared, I wanted to do it because I love researching and studying about business. It wasn't the case. I was terrible. I got a C grade in my best business course. A C in something that turns me on, I got a C. Now compare that to 3 years of college courses I took for Christian theology to get a degree in. I didn't get anything less than an A. An A was the lowest grade that I got for 3 years. And they were only a couple of years apart of doing this. So what was the difference? You could argue that maybe studying Christianity and the Bible was something more important to me, but I loved business also. I loved them both. So I should have been motivated for both. Here's the thing that I can look back on and see. There was two main things that were different as I compare the two. When I took the business courses in college, it was a respected professor. The guy was brilliant, had read every book that you could possibly read, was credentialed, and everybody respected this guy. But he never owned a business, not once. He was teaching theory to us. Basically, in my book, I call that the blind leading the blind, because he'd never actually done it. He'd read about a lot about it, just like I might read about being an astronaut. But that wouldn't make me an astronaut, no matter how many books I read about being an astronaut. And that's not a put down. It's just having a balance between the education and application. We have to have a balance of both. Where when I took the Christian theology online courses, I studied for men and women who were actually doing these things. They were running churches and ministries, and every week the homework included reading, looking at stuff, researching stuff, but it also meant I had to go out and do it. So I had to perform weddings, and I had to perform baptismals, I had to do services, I had to put together teachings for children's church and youth groups, all kinds of stuff. That was part of the grade. It was application. It was a balance of it. We did a little studying and a whole lot of practice every single week. And those are the two main differences. Number one, the people were different. One was applying what they learned, and number two, forcing us to apply what we learned. So today, this is what I do. I look for teachers that have done what I want to do. They have to be successful at it, and I research them. And then number two, I read a little and apply a lot. I treat my mind knowledge the same way I do my stomach. I eat for 5 to 10 minutes each meal. That's all it takes me. But it takes me 60 minutes of workout to burn the calories off, or to apply the calories that I ate in that 5 to 10 minutes. I have to do the same thing for my brain, for the knowledge that I want, so that I don't become the blind leading the blind. I read a little and then I apply a lot. Hope this helps you. I'd love to connect with you. You can find me at edcarcarey.com. Find your passion. Find your life.